okay, I don't talk NXT as often as I probably should. I mean, it's the reason why you'd want to own the WWE Network. So, Takeover, this time the Fatal 4-Way, opening match, the Ascension, the longest reigning NXT Tag Champs, took on the team of the Lucha Dragons, which is Kalisto and Sin Cara. Assuming Ascension was probably going to lose because they did have a match on main event against the Los Matadores. Nice match, great back and forth, great showcase of both tag teams. And the phenomenal things that Kalisto does, you know, just look it up. It's a beautiful move. It's very reminiscent to moves that like Ultimate Dragon uses women's finishers. It's just kind of like, it's like a standing sliced bread number 2. Looks beautiful. But instead of doing a flat, he does a sit down at the end of it. Beautiful move. New NXT Tag Champs. Very well done match. CJ Parker took on Baron Corbin in a match that lasted about as long as saying CJ Parker took on Baron Corbin. And Corbin's got a finisher you have to look at that's just wow. I don't think I've ever seen somebody pick somebody up, look kind of like he's almost like a black hole slam, but then reverse it. So he had the guy up, facing this way, like up in the air, and then went back with it. Beautiful move, looked vicious. Great match. Really solid introduction for that guy. Enzo Amore took on LaForte in a hair versus hair match. Enzo Amore and Big Cass, nice tag team, a lot of energy. They could work pretty well on the big show. This match being hair versus hair, LaForte gets pinned. He doesn't get his hair removed. His tag partner does instead. So use like magical hair removing cream, so they could take him backstage and give him a really bad, shaved head. Nice, worked well. Good match. Bull Dempsey, the last of the dying breed, looks like an old school wrestler. Flat out demolished Mojo Rawley. Just showed a sheer dominance that you can see from someone like Bull Dempsey. Good match, told the story you needed to tell, went on. It's what you want to see in these things. The introduction of Kenta. Supposed to be introduced by Ric Flair, who pulled out for some reason. I didn't really read into it, but came out, spoke a lot in Japanese, which makes sense. English is not his native language, which is fine. He's going to go by the name Hideo Itami. Okay, not bad. The Ascension then comes down and attacks him. Kenta gets off a decent flurry of moves against the Ascension. You could tell the camera was just not in the right spot to really get some of the sheer physicality that Kenta can produce. But next week on NXT, he'll have his in-ring debut as Hideo Itami. Looking forward to it. Don't Kenzo Suzuki this guy. He's got way too much talent to be that's not like that happened to him. The Divas division in NXT. You've had Paige Emma, which those two had phenomenal matches. Charlotte and Natalya surpassed what Paige and Emma were able to do. Beautiful match. Great match, told a story. This time, Charlotte and Bayley. Charlotte, Ric Flair's daughter. Bayley is kind of like super fan turned wrestler. They put in a very, very solid match. Ironically, NXT puts on better Divas matches than the E does, than the main roster. And it seems like all of them can put on great matches. So I don't know if they're told to like hold back a lot, or if they're told you've got 5 minutes, just throw together a match. When on NXT, they can be given like 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and put on a really solid match that has the crowd going nuts. Great match, solid, told a fantastic story. Even the after beatdown where Sasha Banks came down and attacked Bayley, and Charlotte made the save. It was kind of one of those, I didn't respect you before the match, but you put on a really solid effort. You lost, but you earned my respect in the process. Worked well, beautiful story. Fatal 4-Way. Breeze, Kid, Zayn, Neville. So many false finishes that seemed like legitimate, this person's going to get the pinfall, this person's going to win false finishes. Great match. Everyone came with like $1,000,000, and as the match got farther and farther along, everyone took that slow kind of, this match is grinding on me, this match is beating me down. It wasn't like your normal triple threat match where one guy's knocked out of the ring, comes back in, fresh as a daisy, knocks someone else out of the ring, singles match, guy who's knocked out comes back in, fresh as a daisy. As this match wore on, everyone got a little bit slower. You saw the fatigue start to set in, both mentally and physically. Great story. And the end spot of that, with Zayn pretty much hitting finishers on everybody, diving through the ropes, taking out Neville. This is from inside the ring to outside the ring. Running, jumping from the outside of the ring, I think it was in between the top and the middle rope, catching Tyler Breeze in a jumping, swinging DDT. Beautiful stuff. Then going over and getting the haluva kick on Kid, almost getting a pinfall, having Adrian Neville pull him out of the ring, and then be like, pull the ref out of the ring and be like, what's going on? Super kick from Neville to Zayn, hop on the top rope, red arrow, beautiful match. Phenomenal story. I think that when any of those four guys make the call up to the main roster, Tyson Kidd, great workhorse, don't know why he's not on the main roster. Tyler Breeze, nice character, super arrogant. He would work well on the main roster. Sami Zayn, he is the face underdog. He's the guy who is in a match, it seems like he's absolutely unbeatable. Then he loses. Then he comes back next week and he gets the victory. So he's got one of those, I'm going to get in a fight, I'm probably going to get the daylights beaten out of me, I may or may not win. But he puts on such a phenomenal performance that it's great. It would be like if John Cena were to have his same personality, but he were to lose, more matches than he wins. If you were to lose quite a few matches, and then just learn from it and get better the next time, that's Sami Zayn's character. Face, crowd loves him, great job, solid mic work. And if you watch Raw, you saw Adrian Neville. That could be the rebirth of the Cruiserweight division right there. If you bring in Neville, Kalisto and Sin Cara, bring those two guys up. Even you bring in Breeze, Kid, Neville, right there, you've pretty much got everything you really need to have a pretty decent Cruiserweight division right there. Because you also have the Los Matadores, one of them can jump into the Cruiserweight mix every now and then. If Ray can ever not be injured long enough with his Kevin Nash knees, that could be part of your... There's so much talent in NXT. And they put on such a great match with the crowd saying, this is wrestling. It's great. It is the reason to own the network. It is. For $9.99, you get to see 4 awesome hours of NXT wrestling. And on top of that, you get to see a pay-per-view from the main roster.